told her love me, leave me alone. Every time I'm sleeping, she be up looking through my phone. Said she coming over, I'm like, I ain't even home. Said she got that voodoo, I can never let it go, no. I should pull up in a stick and I'm shopping and stuff for no reason. Now I be throwing her action, be throwing it back for the evening. Somebody come get her. She's dancing like a
What it do with DK Nation? What up, gang? It's your boy Deryck coming at y'all with another video. Hey, man, I'm back with another. Hey, man, if you're new to this channel, don't forget to subscribe. Tell a friend, and tell a friend, and tell a friend, and tell a family member, tell another family member, tell another family member, tell their crazy ass grandma and their stupid ass grandpa to go ahead and subscribe as well. Hey, man, it's been a minute, and I know. I need to stay on top of it, man. A lot has changed since the last time we talked. A lot. So that being said, let's jump right up into it. You know what I mean? First and foremost, I don't know if y'all know, but I do have my own shop now. It's DK Nation, where you can go over there and get gear. Check me out. Everything I make on that site, I make. Nobody else makes, I make. It's all me. You feel me? So just tune in. Another thing is, a lot has changed. I think the last time we spoke, nobody knew that I had a second. Well, the last time we spoke is where I had left off on my transition with you guys. I actually had another chest surgery. I actually had bottom surgery. I had a revision to my bottom surgery. Let's see what else. A lot has happened as far as my job. I no longer work where I was working at. I have a whole new job. I'm a chef downtown. For the football team. I keep watching this because I'm embroidering something for my nephew, and I'm trying to make sure that it doesn't mess up. Let's see, what else is there that has changed since the last time we've spoken? I think that might be it. I decided to get back on the videos because, one, I realized that not a lot of people document their transition. I think in the very beginning, when there was little research out, there were a lot of people that were documenting their transition, and a lot of people had stopped. And I just want to be able to answer questions that anybody has. I don't mind answering them. Don't ask me what size I got if you're not trans. If you're not going through the process, don't ask me my size. Don't ask me stuff like that, because, I mean, it's just none of your business. And it's hard to distinguish whether or not it's like, are you really asking because you know someone else who wants to go through this process, or are you just being nosy? So that is one of the other things. Like I said, I'm very open as far as being out about my transition. Everybody knows in my family, obviously. Friends all know. People at my job, at this particular job, don't know. And the reason why I'm not out about it is because, one, I don't want nobody to judge me, which I don't care what nobody thinks, but I don't want, it kind of goes like, I do what I don't. I don't want nobody to, oh, he's trans, and think that of me. Every time they have that thought of me, I'd rather, excuse me, this is bothering me. I'd rather their thought of me be, oh, he's that chef, you know what I mean? He's the one that comes in here and cooks and does his job. Not he's trans. And a lot of you guys that have been following me from the beginning know how that was at my last job. They knew I was trans, so every new person that started, it was like, oh, by the way, we have a cook, a supervisor back there, he's trans. Nah, that ain't nobody business, you feel me? So I feel like I want people to know me for me, Deryck, DK. And honestly, since I've been transitioning, I've been called so many different things. And not to say like bad things, but like, my name is Deryck Keyshawn, and I'm not gonna tell y'all my last name, but anyway, or Deryck Keyshawn White, I don't care, I'll tell y'all. But I get called D. Lately, I've been getting called DK. I've been called Shawtown, Deryck with a Y. You know what I mean? So like, a lot of different stuff that I've been called. And you know what? That DK is actually starting to speak or stick. And then I also was being called Keyshawn a lot by one of my buddies. He goes, Keyshawn, hey, Keyshawn. Because I changed my middle name. And I kind of like it, you know what I mean? As far as being misgendered or anything, that doesn't happen anymore. Actually, I just told a fib. The last time it happened, I actually had my egg retrieval, I want to say a couple months ago, and I was on estrogen, or not estrogen, but I was on all my prenatals and all my stuff for my eggs to be able to come. And I think at one point, me not having my testosterone almost, I want to say it was about a year without me being on it. And at one point, one lady kept saying, ma'am, and I got kind of pissed off, but I'm sorry if this is too loud. But aside from that, none. I told 2 people at my job. 3. About 4 people. 2 of the people work underneath me. They're temps, and I told them. They asked about my arm, and I told them. One person also was my boss. I told my highest boss. Because his daughter actually used to work with me at my last job, so I just informed him of everything that was going on. And then aside from him, I told one other person. She's a manager in a different department, and she said she would have never known. So I don't really think about it that I really do look different than what I looked like before. Another thing, I know a lot of people hit me up and they be like, hey, I want to transition, you know, how do I go about this process, and stuff like that, and a lot of them don't even come out to their family. And I just want to say, I think it's very important that you have a support system. That is like the top-notch thing. I think it's also important that you have somebody that has your back throughout this whole thing, because trying to do it alone, I mean, the doctor that I found was in Ohio, and that doctor, just driving there and driving back was a pain, you know what I mean? And I just think that I'm thankful to have somebody that was able to drive me there, drive me back. My girlfriend was able to be there and be my support. I couldn't wash myself, you know. And I just want to say, do a lot of research, because even with the amount of research that I did, I still didn't do enough, you know what I mean? If I could go back and redo my surgeries all over again, I think I would push to make sure I had the one where they take your areola out and do it that way, so I don't have the scar here, because I keloid real bad, and since I do, they ended up growing up to 3 centimeters and then all the way across, so 3 centimeters high. And I had another revision in Chicago, and I was getting steroid injections when I realized that would slow down the healing and actually get it to heal at a normal pace. And it was fine for about 2 to 3 months, and then, because we were doing it weekly, then we were doing it every 2 weeks and every month, and then finally we stopped. And when we stopped, now it's back to where it was. And not to mention, some nights when it's very hot, it just feels like somebody took a razor blade and just scraped my shit. So that's another thing. Secondly, I would say do your research, because my bottom, you know, if I would have never used my arm and just used my leg, I feel like for me mentally that would have been better on me, because having this left arm, even though I don't use it now, just to think the fact that I was going to end up doing my right arm. If I would have used my left arm or used my leg, I wouldn't have my scar that I have on my arm. And some people say, oh, that looks like it hurts. And it goes all the way around. The only part that's not is this. And I can say the only time that it irritates me is now, because I didn't put no lotion on here. I don't even use lotion, which I should. It's during like this time where it's colder outside, and a lot of times I'm just patting it. And even though I'm done patting it, I can still kind of feel it a little bit through my arm. I don't know if y'all can see, yeah, some of that. But and then I still have my scar on my leg. So, don't excuse my floor, man. For y'all that do clothing and do embroidery, y'all understand what it's like to have a bunch of thread all over the place. I can't even vacuum enough to get it all up. pretty good. Another thing that I want to say, as far as my hair is bad, man. I got dreads. I need to retwist. It's bad. Dandruff real bad. All of that. So another thing that I want to talk to y'all about is just emotionally. I think I was more upset that I couldn't do a lot of things for myself that I really wanted to do, but as far as like the pain, it didn't bother me as much as what I thought it was. I can take a lot of pain. What really bothered me was not being able to wash myself, not being able to really walk, you know what I mean, not being able to pee on my, like, go to the bathroom and pee. The catheter part didn't bother me. Having the surgery didn't bother me. Coming out of surgery didn't bother me. Just not being able to do a lot of stuff for myself. And I think I cried a couple of times because it was just like, I really can't do this for myself. And you know, that moment where someone makes you feel like, not that they don't want to do nothing for you. It's just like, it's becoming to be a lot. You know, I gotta do all this for you and all this for myself and all this and that. And you just feel like, I want to be able to do it myself and I can't. So that's kind of frustrating. I didn't set it up the way I should have, calling on family members and asking for help and having them like set days of who's gonna come help me. That was a problem for me. Emotionally, I think another problem was it starting off at the size that I want and then it shrinking a little bit and then having that curve to it. And then by the way my body heals and just, it started off like this, like, you know, a straight one and it lays down. And then as it started to heal, my body basically made it come like this. And it kind of like snatched up all my skin. So when I had my second surgery, he released it and it was like, all right, it's the same size standing up as it is laying down. And then it just balled up all over again. And then giving me my urethra and basically it closing up in the inside of my fallow. And then him having to give me another one and putting a plate underneath to kind of keep it flat. So that way after, you know, 6 months, he can then turn it into a tube. Well, after he took that plate off, it was it. The bottom of my penis was busted open and he had the urethra down there. So right after he took the plate off, it basically just, it closed up underneath and it curved right back up. There's a keloid that goes all the way around it. I have a keloid that's on my thigh. He took a nerve and he took a vein. So there's a keloid going all the way connected to it, a little bit from my stomach and then all the way around it, except for like the very base of it and then on my thigh. So I mean, it's a lot to have to deal with, and now there's a doctor here that's actually in Indiana. The reason why I didn't choose the doctor that was here originally, I chose the doctor here for my top surgery, Dr. Gallagher, but then she moved to Miami to open up her own private practice, so there wasn't a doctor here after she left, so I ended up looking for one and found Dr. Jordan in Chicago, and she was the one that did the steroid injections. And then when it came to bottom surgery, Dr. Roth was here, but he didn't have a plastic surgeon. So I didn't go with him, and then I was just searching around until I found this doctor in Ohio that was willing to do the surgery for me. He was able to give me the size that I wanted, but like I said, due to all the complications, there was a lot that was going on. Another thing, so now Dr. Roth has a plastic surgeon that has a whole team, and the problem I'm having now is he just told me straight out, like, you heal horribly, and we're going to try to find, he didn't say it like that, but in so many words, he basically just said, like, so we have to find a solution. And he trained over in Belgium, if I'm not mistaken, and so he's basically talking to all his previous colleagues to see, like, can they find a solution, or have they dealt with other trans men that, or even women, I guess, that don't adapt well to incisions and keloid real bad. So that way we can find a solution for me. So my ultimate goal is to be able to stand and pee standing up, which I can still do so, but it's not out of my penis the way I would like for it to be. And still be able to have penetrative sex. I remember one doctor asking me, and I think I explained this to you in my previous videos, was that there were 5 different things he asked me if I had to choose from, what would I choose? And one of them being peeing and standing up. The other one being, you know, being able to penetrate and have intercourse. And be able to feel things, you know what I mean? Another one being size. Another one being the way that it looks, making sure that it looks, you know, somewhat normal. And the way that my like hair is, it doesn't cover it enough to where that scar with the keloid, it doesn't cover it enough to where you won't know that it, you know, is different. So that's another thing. Another one being the way that I sleep. I now sleep with a small pillow, probably about, you know, the little throw pillows in between my legs because I don't want to smash it. There's a lot of stuff that has changed differently. Euphoria has helped a lot knowing that something's down there. What is going on here? I don't know. It's doing something different. But I guess I'll take it. On a whole nother thing, like I said, if y'all got any questions, comments, anything I want to know, drop a comment down below. Let me know. I don't have a problem with asking. I don't have a problem with sharing my social media platforms so that way you guys can have another area to be able to reach out and contact me. Like I said, if there's anything I want to know, I have no problem with talking about it. I think that it's very important for people that are just now starting their transition, or just people who are in the middle of it, or whatever step or however far you are in it, or any process that you're, any spot that you're in it, you know, to just have someone else to be able to ask questions to. And I don't know all the questions. I reach out to other people that I know that have been transitioning longer than me that have questions. Like, I'm the first person that my buddy knows that had the skin taken out of my mouth for them to be able to use it as an urethra, to create a urethra, and I had braces at the time. I had my braces off for probably a month now, so I'm gonna get them back on for my last year, and then I'll be done. And I can just say, like, it's pretty dope, you know what I mean, to have that. So I'm here. I know this is a pretty boring video. There ain't no challenge, there ain't no prank, it ain't me coming through, you know what I mean, cooking something for y'all. But hey, it's the channel, so it's all coming, you feel me? Hey, don't forget to head over to my shop, check it out, dknation.shop. Look down, see a bunch of the photos, go over there, hit the button on at the top of the page for shop and see a bunch of the different other things that I can create. All, like I said, I would love for y'all to support DK Nation, but I also have customs as well, and I can do customs off of this thing. Man, this thing is wonders. It does some of any and everything, you know what I mean? So check me out, you know what I mean? And I do hats as well, as you can see, DK Nation apparel. Hit me up. It's dknation.shop.what.shop. And once again, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like, hit that bell so that way you can be notified every time I upload another lit video. And don't forget to tell a friend and tell a friend and tell a friend and tell a family member, tell another family member that their crazy ass grandma and their stupid ass grandpa, you know what I mean, need to subscribe as well. Hit me up, man. Let's get me to that 1,000 subscribers, you know. It's not that far away. Well, I am that far away. I'm probably like at 200. So 800 more subscribers. Get me there, man. I know y'all can do it for me. You know what I mean? So I can start getting monetized and whatnot. Peace.